week's Canstaff Sport. I am Grace Brooker and this is Melanie Puckett.
In the weekend we got out and about in the lovely sunshine and got down to the Royal Angels, who are playing in the under 16 girls grade. They played Otatahi and won 43-5. We spoke to a couple of the girls following the game. Here's what they had to say. Hey guys, I'm joined here with 3 players from the Royal Angels with a tough game against Otatahi. So, introduce yourself, girls.
I'm Izzy.
I'm Becky.
And I'm Maggie.
So, pretty physical game out there. How do you think the girls went?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
really good.
And the game started to open up in the second half. What do you put that down to?
Probably playing as a team and like supporting each other.
Switching on.
Nice. And main point of the game, did you guys have fun out there?
Of course. Yeah.
Of course.
How are you guys enjoying your season with the Royal Angels?
Really
great.
Loving it.
Alright, well best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks.
After we headed out to Lincoln to watch the Lincoln University men and women's games. The Lincoln Ewes, the women's team, won against Linwood 52-3. We spoke to Alana Brenmer, who played her 50th match and was also captain of the team. We also spoke to Becky Davidson, who came back from an injury and after 10 months has taken the field. After that, we spoke to Cody, who plays for Linwood. Here's what they had to say. So Lan's 50th game today and Becky's first game back. You both managed to dot down. How did that first dot down feel?
It was pretty unreal feeling, especially to dot down on my 50th. Yeah, it was pretty good. And last play, so feeling good now.
And Lance, you're the first female in Lincoln to play 50 games. Have you got any advice for young aspiring females like you?
Probably just keep at it, train hard, just put everything, like make the most of every opportunity that comes your way.
And Becky, your first game back today after a very long injury. How did it feel getting back out there on the paddock?
Oh, it felt amazing inside, but definitely lungs were blowing and yeah, probably a few more games under my belt. I'll feel a bit better about it, but yeah, no, it was the first good head out.
Thanks so much for chatting, ladies, and best of luck for the season.
Thank you.
I'm here with Cody from Linwood. Tough loss out there. What can you guys take from this game leading into your game against Varsity next week?
Yeah, we continue to make improvements each week. We're a really physical team, so we're really happy with our aggression, but we need to continue to work on fanning out. And I think, you know, our backs are really exciting. I think we can continue to use those a bit more.
And you had a big loss of 2 key players, Sui and Cassie, from a head knock. How did that impact the rest of the game for you guys?
Yeah, we saw it as an exciting opportunity for people to step up and learn new roles. So a few girls played in new positions, and I thought the girls adapted really well, and that's what you got to do at this level is take those opportunities. And I thought, yeah, we put together some really good phases, but I thought Lincoln played really well today and they deserve the win. Yeah.
Nice, and you've come back to your roots now, playing for Linwood, a different club, but how are you enjoying this club rugby in Christchurch compared to Hong Kong?
Definitely a lot more physical. I've gone from being a normal size player to a bit smaller. I love the physicality and I love the real grass. No more wounds and stuff from the fake grass over there. So absolutely loving it. And the cold weather's good too.
Alright, well best of luck for the rest of the season and pleasure to watch you out there.
Oh, cheers mate.
See. We also managed to catch a bit of the DCL match as the Lincoln Rams took on Sumner at home. We spoke with Josh Boxer following the game as they took out the match 45-0 and retained the DCL shield. We also spoke with Sumner's captain. Check out what they had to say. So the game ended up blowing out. Was it still a tight contest out there though?
Yeah, it was. Sumner didn't give up right until that last minute. Niggly game, but the boys got up and loved the sunshine.
And finally some nice dry conditions. How did that play dividends for the running rugby that Lincoln liked to play?
It was good coming out of last week. It was a mud bowl last week and we got some pretty good quick outside, so that's the rugby we like to play, so it's good.
And you managed to hold on to the DCL shield, so what does that mean to you and the boys?
It means everything to us, so short, fast comp, so it's a sprint right to the end, so to keep that's pretty special.
Nice, thanks Josh, good luck and
cheers.
A tough battle out there against a well-drilled Lincoln side. What positives can you take from this game?
I think we just stuck in there. We didn't give up. A lot of teams come out here and play. Lincoln probably put their heads down and start just giving in. I think the boys just kept competing and didn't worry about the scoreboard. So I think we showed a lot of heart. So yeah.
What was the mindset leading into a game like this, playing Lincoln at home, knowing they're a good side?
I think they're the front runners of the competition at the moment, so they're kind of setting the standard, which is pretty good for Canterbury Rugby. So just coming in, we just wanted to compete just amongst ourselves and just have a crack at them.
Nice. And what things will you look to work on at training this week?
I think just probably just the basics, going back to the basics and just keeping our skill set up is something that we need to work on.
All right, thanks Willie, awesome game.
Cheers, thank you.
Do you need great people? Call Canstaff. With our contract staff, you get who you need, when you need them. It's your business with our people. Go to canstaff.co.nz or call 0800 11 2211.
We had a couple of polar bears in this week to talk shop before their big game this weekend.
Hey guys, we're joined here with Charlotte Klein and Finlay Brewis from High School Old Boys Premier Team. They're both in the Crusaders Academy and they've had their stint in the Canterbury Under-19 teams at the Jock Hobbs Memorial Tournament. So we just got them to ask a couple questions and then do our hot fire. So taking the win on Saturday against Linwood, 43-34, were you guys in control of the game so far or how did it go?
Yeah, I think that there was quite a few momentum shifts. We started really well and then they definitely came back with a couple of really good tries and it made the middle section of the game really tough and competitive. But yeah, I think our boys towards the end showed a bit of grit and a bit of heart and managed to get over the line, so it was a really good game.
Winning the premiership grade last year and now sitting at 6th on the table, how have things changed from last year to this year?
I think the culture is still similar. We were struck with a few injuries at the very start of the competition, which obviously had a bit of an impact on how we wanted to play our game. But it's been a really good opportunity for some of our younger boys and it's tested our depth. And so that's been a big change, just a younger team coming through and having to blood a lot of young guys. But now the last couple of weeks we've just really focused on enjoying our rugby and not worrying, I guess, about upholding the expectations from last season and just having fun with our rugby, and the results the last few weeks have been taking care of themselves.
Does the team feel a lot more pressure this year after having a stellar season and then coming into this grade and another new season?
I think being a new guy coming into the team, just having my debut game a few weeks ago, we don't really feel the pressure too much. You know, like Charlotte mentioned before, there's a lot of new guys coming through, so the emphasis is really just to get out there and perform well and really promote those guys and make sure they have a pretty good integration into Div 1 footy.
So a huge game at home this week against Christchurch. How important is it to win?
Yeah, it's massive for us. We're 3-3 at the moment, so if we want to keep progressing up the table, we need the result to go our way. So yeah, Christchurch is a quality team and they've been playing really well. But yeah, I back our boys in our form as well, so I think it's going to be a really good competition.
And you've been dominating the forward pack in the front row, scoring side by side. What are your processes leading into a big game, or how do you challenge yourself and come back to normal?
I think the best thing about Div 1 footy is that so many teams have so many different ways that they go around scrummaging, so really we just have to go do our homework, do our work through the week and figure out what's going to be the best option for us and our teammates.
So both of you have played for Canterbury Under-19s and Finlay winning it last year. How do you take an experience like that and bring it back into your club team?
Yeah, I think the Under-19 campaign gives you a really good opportunity to you take the skills and the experiences that you've been a part of and you can kind of filter it back into your club sides and use that as a way to kind of help some of the younger boys or just kind of integrate knowledge on what you've learned and try to put it into your club team. So yeah, I think that it's a really important program for developing young rugby players.
I think necessarily not even making that team, just the exposure you get from the start. They bring in 50, 60 odd players, so the skills you learn from the coaches that they have around there, it's just real important that guys go in and they learn fast and bring it back through.
And you've both been a part of the Canterbury Mitre 10 and also the Crusaders as train-ons. What's the major difference going from club into an environment like that?
The professionalism, I think, is the big thing that separates club rugby from that higher grade. I think that the enjoyment's still there. The enjoyment doesn't stop. Everybody in both of those environments, they still love rugby. They play it for the enjoyment of the game. But I think that just the professionalism that those older guys bring, and they do kind of show us as young guys what it takes to be a professional rugby player and how much of a lifestyle it is versus, you know, like a hobby.
So Charla, you were part of the under-20s New Zealand team in 2019. What are your future aspirations after having a taste of that level of rugby?
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. When you get the exposure, the opportunity to wear the black jersey, it just makes you hungrier for more.
Absolutely.
And I think that, you know, for me, my dream's always to be a Crusader, to be an All Black, and that hasn't changed. But yeah, I was really grateful, you know, to get an opportunity to play with those caliber players in that team and those get exposure to those coaches. So yeah, the main goal is still All Blacks.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Nice.
And Finlay, unfortunately, missing out in 2019 for an injury, and then this year being cut short as well with COVID, taking the tournament away from you. So how do you come back from that, and how do you channel, you know, mentally coming back into club season and then into representative rugby?
Obviously, yeah, out with an injury 2019, and the big motivator was 2020, having that second shot. And yeah, the old double banger, it's knocked out 2020 as well. So yeah, I think just going back on it, you got to be grateful for what you can do. So, you know, as New Zealand, we're back playing footy, and a lot of people missed out on that 20s team and other teams because of this COVID stuff. So yeah, for me personally, I think it's just going back to you know, seeing we had time off with family. We don't usually get to do that, so just, you know, having the ability to go home, freshen up a wee bit, and come back and train hard, and hopefully push for some teams later in the year.
And we talk about in professional rugby our why being the driving factor behind why we play. So what's your why, and why do you continue to play at a high level?
I think mine probably just has to be the enjoyment of the game and doing something that can make my family proud of me. You know, the reason I play is, you know, to have fun with my mates and be a part of something that's bigger than myself, which I think, you know, the experiences you get through rugby are really powerful, and things you remember for the rest of your life. So yeah, just for the enjoyment of it.
Alright, so now we've got our Hot 10 Rapid Fire. So the aim of the game is we've got you 10 questions, and you've got a minute to answer as most as you can, and just say pass if you can't answer. Simple?
Simple.
Okay, don't look at the answers.
Ready.
Okay, ready? Go. Which Warrior player is the third highest paid player in the NRL, earning 1.1 million?
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
Nice. Which two countries have been excluded from the newly proposed Super Rugby competition?
Argentina.
Yep.
South Africa?
Yep. Which netball team is sitting at top of the ANZ Premiership table after winning all 10 games?
Mystic.
No.
Pulse.
Yep, false. Which Crusader player was given a yellow card against the Hurricanes on Saturday night?
Quinton.
Yeah. Which basketball team is at the top of Sal's NBL competition? Pass. Who scored the opening try in the Crusaders vs Hurricanes game?
Richie?
Yeah. What was the final score between the Blues and the Chiefs?
17.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. Who will the mainland Tactics play on Thursday night at Hall Castle Arena?
The Steel?
No.
It's time.
Okay, so we had left which Canstaff Metro Premier team holds the DCL Shield? You would have known that one. Lincoln.
Yeah.
And then which team will Damien McKenzie play in the North or South game?
North.
Nice. Almost
So
got there.
Set at 7. It's
Yeah.
the last one.
So you're
Very
sitting third. Unlucky.
Okay.
Out of 3.
Top
Top three.
Top 3.
Alright, thank you so much boys for coming in and chatting to us, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for having us.
Looking forward to this weekend. Here are the games to watch.
So grab your supporters kit and go out and support your local club sport. See you next week.